Right there, you should have heard what Darren Lewis was saying to Glenn Murray. We'll let you into those secrets a little bit later on, everybody. Right, ahead of Everton against Arsenal, let's hear from David Moyes, who, don't forget, once managed Mikel Arteta, followed by Arteta himself and his thoughts that he has, and respect for his former boss as well.
It was a wee bit of a moaner at times, Mikel, and that's sometimes a good sign as well. You know, wanted things done right, wanted it to be good, wanted the team to play better. But he was a great player for us. Great captain, great player, great signing really at that time, you know, and probably, obviously I've been here at a different period from maybe other people who saw, say, Howard's teams over the years, but Mikel was really part of one of my best teams anyway, if not the best team.
Gratitude and admiration. I think he taught me the love that he's got for the game, and then the integrity that the game requires at any cost, you know. I think he's a remarkable man. I think the way he managed the club, the people, his players, it's outstanding, and I'm very grateful for everything that he did for me, for Everton as well.
Right, gents, where do we even start with this Arsenal chat? By the way, tomorrow marks 6 years to the day that Arteta got the Arsenal job against the club where he spent 6 years in an Everton shirt.
Is that going to be a positive or a negative?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, how about this for a question? OK, so...
Will we see some 6-y football?
Oh, very, very nice. Darren Lewis, the voice in the face of team talks. OK, so look, up against Everton, is this mini wobble over? Can we call it a mini wobble? They've dropped points in 3 of their last 6 games, Arsenal. The Wolves' performance was shaky, it was nervy, but they got the job done. So where are Arsenal right now?
Well, I'm not sure, which is an indictment in itself, because before the Sunderland game, they were impenetrable. They were undefeated in 9 games, clean sheets in all of those 9 games. Since the Sunderland game, where they drew 2-2, they have conceded in 6 of their 8 games. And when you consider where Wolves are at the bottom of the table and the fragile confidence of the Wolves side, and then you factor in the problems that Arsenal have had defensively in terms of personnel being available, and just that, the idea that people could see that they were mortal, they were conceding goals, you could get at them. I think now they've given a little bit of encouragement to the rest of the teams in the Premier League.
Are they still Glenn Murray's title favourites?
Were they ever?
Were they not? Will you tell me?
No,
were they not?
Liverpool were actually.
Hold on, 5 weeks ago, were they not your favourites, Arsenal?
I think after the transfer window closed, yes, they were. I think their strength in depth has just edged them ahead of others.
Are you edging towards City now?
It's finely balanced. That's what it is. Are the frailties of Arsenal going to happen again? It doesn't help when that foundation is broken between the 2 centre-backs. I think you're right. I think there is more of belief in teams that play Arsenal now. I think David Moyes will be one of those. Very pragmatic, work off the break.
Can I ask you, as a striker, former striker, when you look at the fact that there isn't that partnership like Saliba and Gabriel, it might be Saliba and Nkapia or another. As a striker, do you know that you can capitalise on the, maybe not a lack of understanding, but the unfamiliarity between them?
Maybe not the relationship between the two of them, but I would definitely pull on Nkapia. More so.
Why?
Because he's the weaker of the 2 defenders, in my opinion, at this moment in time. And I think everything Arsenal do good is built off that strong foundation. And what he's done is he's built a team of men, strong, physical men. And when that falls down, all of a sudden we're seeing Aston Villa. Aston Villa went right through the heart of Arsenal on that afternoon with Timber. I mean, Timber at right back is brilliant, but centre back poses a different story.
So that's my question. That's what I'm saying. I know you're talking in the general thing, but I'm looking at you as a Glenda player. If you see Timber at centre-back as opposed to right-back, are you thinking...
We take the mick out of you. I love you, and I did respect you and do respect you. What you did, absolutely what you did in the Premier League, because you were so suited to the Premier League and you were, you know, a master of your craft. So I'm moving this on to Gyokeres, right? I don't know where you
I thought there was a clip coming there.
There's no but.
I did too.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas around the corner.
You feeling all right, Will?
Gift wrap. Where are you with that strike? He's already put your striker's hat on you, so keep it on. Where are you with Viktor Gyokeres? Is there a chance that actually he's just not suited to this league, or will it come with what you've seen? 4 goals in 14 Premier League appearances.
Listen, when I see clips like this, it's positive. He's got space to run into. He's powerful. He's strong. I think physically he's built for the Premier League. Week in, week out, he can compete at this level. I think he needs to be a little bit more patient because the creativity is there. He doesn't have to create for himself anymore. At Sporting, we're seeing him running beyond into space. You're not very often going to get that space at Arsenal where teams step onto you. You're going to be the dominant force. You've got to occupy the centre-backs and almost trust in not moving too much and let everyone else around you move, that merry-go-round of talent, and you just be ready to put the cherry on top.
I don't just finally on Gyokeres. I don't believe any Arsenal fan, Darren, I don't know about you, who actually, I don't believe it when they say, oh no, happy with what he's doing, his work off the ball, £64 million. They thought he would be banging in 20 Premier League goals minimum this season.
I think that Gyokeres strikes me as a player who's suited to a team that is built for him, rather than a team that has lots of different points of attack. No, absolutely. And that's the reason why I think...
So the people that have recruited are the ones that we should be looking at here, rather than actually Gyokeres himself.
Well, there shouldn't be an inquest. I mean, he's still a good player. It's just that maybe he's in a side that's not...
They needed that
Everton,
piece. They needed that. We were talking about. They needed the Watkins. They needed the Isak. That's what we were saying last season, wasn't it? They need someone to take them to the title with the goals, and that's not happening.
But even when you mentioned those two, Isak and Watkins, they like spacing behind.
Yeah.
They're used to teams stepping onto them. All of a sudden, we've seen Isak go to Liverpool where teams are sitting deep against him, no grass to run into. Changes his style and his profile.
The time police are in my ear. Move it on. Enough on Gyokeres. Right, we've got to talk about Everton. Darren Lewis, can Everton replicate in their own way what Nottingham Forest did last season and challenge unlikely for Europe?
Yeah, I don't see why not. This is a league that is almost... It's not a traditional league in so much as there are lots of teams that you would expect to be lower down the table, given their form and their confidence, which is quite fragile, that are quite high up. And so Everton, they've won 5 of their last 9 at Hill Dickinson. They will look at Arsenal and say they've conceded the first goal in 5 of their last 7 games. We can get at them. We can get the points that are going to lift us higher up the table. And with a manager like Moyes in his spiritual home to give that side organisation and confidence, I don't see why you would rule them out of maybe doing something that would, for them, represent a huge success.
That attacking trio is exciting, isn't it?
West Ham,
yeah.
When everybody laughed at the idea. I remember I covered West Ham, so I could tell you firsthand. When West Ham talked about bringing big European nights to the London Stadium, how they laughed. And then not only did David Moyes deliver that, but he won a trophy as well.
Njai, AFCON. Dewsbury Hall injury, that's not good, is it? For
Mikel Arteta has backed Viktor Gyokeres to hit new heights in his second season under Arsenal's system, insisting the striker's best football is still to come. While acknowledging the challenges Gyokeres faced in adapting to the Premier League's intensity and tactical demands, Arteta praised his work rate, physical presence, and growing understanding with his teammates. The Arsenal boss believes a full pre-season, greater familiarity with the squad, and improved confidence in front of goal will allow Gyokeres to become a more decisive figure as the Gunners push for major honours. Attention now turns to a tricky trip to Goodison Park, where Arsenal face Everton in a fixture that rarely offers any comfort. Arteta knows Sean Dyche's side will bring aggression, aerial threat, and a hostile atmosphere, making focus and discipline essential. With the title race already heating up, the Gunners are determined to turn belief into results, using their attacking depth and midfield control to impose themselves. Everton may be fighting for their own objectives, but Arsenal arrive intent on sending a clear statement that their ambitions this season are very real.